Good afternoon, everybody. This is Roger Maloney for the Spotlight. How you guys doing on Ufront Media? Hope everybody is doing well. Just want to make sure my video is copacetic. Make sure all is well. All right. So, hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope it was a relaxing weekend. One thing that I wanted to talk about is I was watching a movie called Cutthroat City on Netflix. A must watch film. All right. Today we're gonna have a special guest, good friend of mine, DJ RELLY. RELL is, and I just want to say, hey, D Rose, and we're gonna talk to him about his brand, everything that he has going on, everything that he's working on. And let's see what's going on with RELLY RELL. Oh boy.
Can you see me?
No, I can't see you, kid. Where you at? You in the back cave? Oh boy.
Oh man.
We starting with the equipment.
You got the wrong. Okay.
Yeah, working.
Is my camera? Because I'm on the iPad.
Oh, you on the pad. I'm on the cell.
Okay, I might have to take this protective. Okay.
There it is.
Oh, there you go. All right. I got
What up, King?
the screen off. There we go. We here.
Good, man. We here.
You hear me?
I can hear you perfect.
You can hear me perfect? Because
Clean.
you know radio set up here, man.
That's good. First of all, Rel, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Let me throw on my headphones so I can.
Headphones on. I see that painting in the back. What's that?
Okay, there we go. Okay, now I can hear you crispity.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, man. That Cutthroat movie, man. I saw that too.
I was watching that this weekend. That looks it's a much recommended film. Recommended film.
Good one, man. Netflix be
They
pulling off some of the hood movies, like Paid in Full is not on there, but you know that they got the original content coming, man.
Yeah, that Cutthroat City is a classic. It's a must watch. There's one scene in that film, where you saw the part when I forgot the name of the guy, the character, the one that was married. I'm spilling a little bit. He went for that job interview. He was an artist.
The artist. What's his name? Because he been in a few movies. He was in the old school movie with
Grandmaster Flash in them in the Furious
yeah,
5.
Yeah, he's doing his thing, man.
He's a good actor, man.
Yeah, good actor, man. Dope.
But today's about you, man, and I wanted to talk to you about your career, the things that you've done, and things that you're currently doing. Let everybody know how you got started DJing in the music industry. That's my first question for you.
In the music industry or just DJing in general?
Let's start with DJ in general. Then we can progress on from there.
Okay, so I mean, just growing up, you know, musically, you know, family has always played music. You know, my mom has always played hip hop. You know, I was born in '88, so you know, growing up in the '90s, you know, you can go to the park, you can go to a basketball game, and there's always a DJ. You know what I'm saying? You can go to a house party, there might be a DJ. You know, my grandmother, she, you know, played a lot of jazz. She plays a lot of jazz, R&B, Luther, you know, Marvin Gaye. Just growing up, you know, hearing that all around, you know, I was honored to be able to, you know, meet my great grandparents, you know, and spend some time with them as a kid. So they went to church, and I was hearing music in church. So, you know, just coming to that point, you get to a certain age and you start coming outside, and you know, you show up to the block party and there's a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing that, you know, being able to like see that in person and see these reactions, you know, when I start to get to a certain age, like, you know, I was like, man, I started collecting my records from there. Like, I didn't even have turntables.
Ooh, okay. Nice.
You know, 8 years old, you know, I just started collecting records, you know what I'm saying, until I was able to get my turntables a few years later. But yeah, man.
Nice, bro. I saw, how did you get the Hot 97 intern? And then we're going to talk about the video I saw.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, you know, of course, growing up, you know, in the 90s, radio is everything. You know, you know, it's, you know, of course, it's different now. But, you know, we heard new music through radio and television. So I was You know, I was a BET baby. I was a Rap City,
Too.
106 Park. You know, some a lot of those shows, TRL. Just growing up seeing DJs on there, and then the radio was like, you know, of course that's, you know, Flex, Hot 97, Angie Martinez, even Hot 93.7 in Connecticut. Just listening to all the DJs. Um, in high school, I started sending letters out.
Ooh, letters. Remember those? Bro?
In like 16, so I started. I had sent letters like in high school to, you know, the radio stations. You know, I did the whole thing, sing your little CD and all of that.
Yeah.
You know, applying for internships in high school, and I applied a few times, and um, you know, my when I went to UNH, University of New Haven in Connecticut, I had applied for like the third time, and I actually got it. So I came in through the, you know, you know, the basement door, you know what I'm saying? Just getting an internship and then working my way up from there.
Nice, nice. So I also interned at Hot 97, and they had Kiss FM up there as well too.
Yeah, man. Throwback. Kiss FM was the shit, man.
It was, and I was itching to be a VJ, but they won't let you. Some of those VJs never let you touch that mic. You got to earn your right to touch the mic.
Yeah, you gotta, you know, carry crates. I've done all that, man. Carrying crates, you know, setting up for other DJs, you know, traveling with other DJs. I remember one of my first club experiences, 17 years old, was going up to Albany with a DJ from Harlem named DJ Capone. And
Mm,
um DJ Ty Boogie was there DJing, and they was both. That was like one of my first real big club experiences at a club called Sneaky Pete's in Albany. But that, you know, you just go and you watch. Like I just pulled up, you know, being young, pulling up on different DJs, and they would, you know, certain I remember DJ Big Man from Connecticut. We used to do like in-store events
yeah,
at, you know, clothing stores, and I would just pull up on cats. I would go to the Flex car shows. I don't gave Flex my CD probably like four
flex.
or five times before I even, you know, was working at Hot 97. So, you know, you just pull up on people, man.
That's what's up. Listen, I saw a video of you. It was you. You was mixing, and I think was Flex was behind you, and he literally, the mix was so crazy. Flex took his cell phone out and recorded it. Hey, how many views that video has on YouTube? That video was crazy.
I was an intern, man. I was just there for like a year. I don't even think Flex knew I DJ'd up until the day before, you know, because most of my opportunities come when, you know, people don't show up. You know, maybe it was a situation where they were doing guest DJs every Thursday. So,
Mm,
you know, I was up there watching every DJ for weeks and weeks and just answer, you know, doing what I do, answering the phones, printing out papers, you know, taking phone calls, getting, you know, requests and all that stuff, and, you know, just relaying messages back between, you know, the intern area and the
mm-hmm.
radio era. That's all I did. And I think Mr. C had knew that I was DJing. I was doing a lot of college parties and
Mississippi.
posting up my videos. And I think if my memory serves me correct, he had informed Flex like, yo, we don't got nobody for tomorrow, or so and so called out or can't do it or whatever. And you know, your intern out, you know, out there, he kind of get busy. I seen a few of his videos, and you know, and then they called me into the room and was like, yo, you know, you DJ, like, you know, and you know, the old school grill, like, do you know your stuff? You know, I'm like, yeah, this like, you don't got to tell me, I'm already ready. You know,
Nice.
so it was just like I had less than 24 hours, and you know, I was just hyped. I was just hyped the
How long
whole.
that set you did? It's what YouTube? I forgot. Is it on your YouTube page that everybody can check it?
Yeah, it's on my YouTube page. It got a few views, man. It's about I actually, this past summer was the 10-year anniversary of it, so that was like my first time.
Wow, bro. How old were you when you did that mix, man? Everybody gonna need to check it out.
I probably was like 2021.
Ooh, it was
Yeah.
crazy. And Flex had never seen you DJ like that.
he had never seen me DJ. Period. I was the kid who hey, you need him to go get some food, or that's just that intern life, man. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't have no expectations. I was just watching the DJs. Oh, that's cool. Like knowing, like, man, I get this radio the business that they can ask or hint at me when they jump on here. Like I'm like this, that's what I've been preparing for. Like
Yeah.
I was ready for that.
Nice.
Pretty much most situations I've been put in, like I'm overly prepared for.
Nice. Nice. So from there, talk a little bit about all the traveling you've been doing. Because on your website, man, you have some videos you jumping into the crowd and you traveling with different artists. That jumping in the crowd and surfing looks crazy.
Yeah, man, that's kind of me, like, um facing my fears, because I'm a little claustrophobic, and then
Oh,
so that's like I'm just hyping that moment, and
hmm.
like, man, let me do something, because I after a while, like, not to sound arrogant, but like just DJing and just sitting there is like you
Yeah.
get to a you feel like you're good enough, and you're like, yo, I want to do some other stuff. I want to run around. I want to climb
Right.
on stuff.
Right.
Then see if I can run back to the stage behind the turntables
Right.
before the hook come in. Like, so I don't know. It's just mad fun. Just and then you actually get to touch the people, man. Like literally the energy they have at that point. By the time I'm ready to act a fool, like they be ready. They be ready.
Now,
So nah, that's dope.
yo, those videos were dope. I wanted to ask you this next question about. Tell me about the best event that you DJ'd, and it was like a lot of people there. I'm talking about. I saw some videos. There's a lot of people in them stadiums. Was it a stadium? You was mixing.
Festivals, stadium. Um, I've done Wireless Fest. I don't know if that got to be 100,000. I remember we did a festival. Designing me myself designer. I think Travis Scott was there. It was some festival in what country? It was one of them European countries.
I think that's when I saw you took the dive. I think that was the one I saw you took the dive in the crowd.
Yeah, there's a few of them, man. But I mean, DJing for 150,000 people
No
it's
pressure.
almost scary. It's like it's no pressure because you be excited, and you prepared for it.
Yeah.
It's like those moments right before you getting ready to play your first record, when you look in the crowd and you be like, oh snap, like all these people are gonna hear you in one time, and you got control of wherever this goes. You know what I'm saying? Like your day, whether you had a bad day, that it got to turn into an immediate good day, because you're responsible for the moods of 150, whether it's 300 people in the club or 150,000, or on the radio or whatever. Like, you got people that probably paid money, went out and got an outfit. They
Right.
might do some BS all week. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of like it's if you're a DJ that's like kind of mindful of that, like you're taking everybody's energy at multiple people's energy at the same time, and like trying to you know make sure they leave in a better position, and feeling better than when they pulled up.
Yeah.
So it's a process, man. It's a process putting that together.
Talk to me about the stuff that you're doing now. Talk to me about the mix list. And how did you come up with the idea for that?
Well, that was like my last few months on the radio station in Connecticut. I felt like I was on High 93.7 in Connecticut for about 8 years, and I just felt like, as a DJ, and seeing where music, understanding how the music industry is and where it's going, um, I wanted to create something that kind of boosted the DJ,
Mm,
create something that'll, you know, just increase the visibility of you know, the DJ and the artist and their interests, you know, that are alike, you know, and that's to be seen, that's to be heard. So as a DJ, I'm like, all right, how do I cater to this new streaming to these new streaming platforms, you know, and how do I bring that to what I do on the radio or at a party, at a club, you know, on tour, you know, and creating a playlist that, you know, is basically just a track list of everything I'm playing. You know, it just is something that benefits everybody. You know what I'm
No,
saying? So, you know, I you know, experimented with that. You know, while I was on the radio, I was getting some really good reactions from it. And then, you know, not being at radio is like it's even a better opportunity because now I can create a platform, you know, for myself and other DJs where we can do what we want. You know, we can play what we want and our creative, we can fully express ourselves creatively. You know what I'm saying? Because we
yeah,
artists too.
yeah,
These are artists as well. So, you know, we can't let that kind of go to the waistline. You know what I'm saying? Because we influence. You know, we can't let robots and stuff, you know, replace us and influence. You know, like we really get stuff popping and we barely, you know, most of the time we may not get credit. You know, you may break a record and may not get credit. Now it's documented. It's on
yeah,
playlist. You know, I play this and you know, if you want to hear what I'm playing, you could just go to the website, or if you want to hear me live, you know, we do events, we do virtual events, you know, been streaming, you know, on Clubhouse, doing sets, doing playlists to go with it, playing new music, got a new music show that's going on tonight at 9.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
you know, it's just all, you know, I'm programming what I want to hear, what I think people want to hear. And I feel like I've always been able to do that, but under other people's, you know, not control, but like they're able to create the narrative of what I play and you know how it's displayed and just credits, just music industry stuff. I kind of just want to bring that back, you know.
yeah. Because people miss the vibe of the DJ and the vibe of and the emotion of when the DJ plays your song like 5 songs back to back. You
Right.
can't you can't do that on Spotify. I mean, it's cool, but to see like a crowd react to their favorite song is magical.
Yeah. It's a moment, man. You know, it's something like when you get to the point where you DJing and you in the groove, you got the crowd, and then you line up. You know the next 4 or 5 records you're gonna hit them with. It's
Mm-hmm.
straight bombs back to back, boom, 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 like, and you
That reggae set. Woo!
yeah.
Woo!
No, I be having fun, man. Like it's you know it's I try to, you know, make sure I'm having fun more than anything because I spend a lot of time doing like other stuff music related as far as like, you know, business, making sure the business is right, and that's like 99% of it. And for that
Mm-hmm.
1%, that's me on the stage, you know. So it's not something I get to do as regularly because I handle so much other business and I do so many other things. So, you know, it's in those moments I be like, man, I'm here, like I'm about to have the most fun, you know, like if not more fun than the audience, you know, like I gotta have fun, you know. So
And it comes through, bro. It really comes through. Talk about some of the artists that you worked with, and it's a lot, bro. So I just wanted people to understand the magnitude of and the level of the artists you work with. Just let everybody know like the type of artists you worked with in the past, and you produce music for some new artists as well too. I seen that.
yeah, man, it's so I mean interning, DJing, you know, at some point I got kind of curious in how these records were getting made. So, you know, I started off in high school just taking local rappers around the area and just, you know, having them come to my basement and record and put out little mixtapes, you know, and that kind of you know, I went to college and went super aggressive DJing, like I didn't produce any music. But then, you know, when I started interning and working with Flex, and opportunities came around to like A&Ring a full project, you know, I had, I had beats that I had made, that I was starting to, cook up again after college, and being able to like put together a project and not only produce on a project, but like actually get different beats from producers, you
Mm.
go to the session, mix, I mix, sit with an engineer and mix a DJ Mustard beat, with some, with an artist, like just getting that whole experience, like just overall, like kind of completed being able to play records, but then being able to make records. So I can find the sounds, put them together, get them with the right artist, A&R, whether, it means finding other people to play instruments on a record or finding somebody to sing the hook, and that kind of just led to, me being able to get the network of, by that point, have people I can send a beat to Fab. So I started sending beats to Fab, and and just sending my stuff out, and getting reactions, and then, it just kind of like a domino effect. You do one record, you build your own artists, that you find, and you put them on hooks with, bigger artists. You just connect the dots, So I just found myself doing that, you know what I'm saying? And that responsibility being given to me outside of just making a beat, you know what I'm saying? Just sitting there making a beat, like actually having to go outside and sit in sessions and, run around with artists, and, I've been blessed to tour with, Joey Badass, Designer, Smoke Dizza, you
Mm.
know, those are, like the bros, as far as like, just going on a road with them and being able to create music with them. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it just put me in different rooms with different people. Just, all the artists who I've been on tour with, they got good relationships, and they, like Designer is like able to get into a room and like be friendly with everybody, and everybody will want to work. Once you get in the studio with him, his energy is just so crazy, and
Oh,
just being
it is
on
like that
the
real
road.
real too.
I mean, in the studio, it's like it's just different. Like everybody jumps into a different bag when they creating. It's the conversations. First it may start off with a conversation, or like, I may be with an artist and we've been hanging out all day and running around and doing shows, and we may, be heading to the studio and having a conversation, and then that conversation turn into the song. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Or just being able to say, yo, we should get, Ty Dolla Sign on the hook. You know what I'm saying? Or we should have this homegirl, from Queens, from Long Island, Alexa, do background vocals on this record. Or we, just people that I know, just being able to say, yo, Designer and Joey Badass, like it'd be dope if y'all get in the studio together. You know
Nice.
what I'm saying? Because y'all both from Brooklyn, but y'all both so different. But it's just putting those type of situations together is like, you know, that's really like the most work. Sitting and making beats is super easy. It's like that's the easiest part.
Nice.
But
Nice. Talk about club. Let's talk about Clubhouse, bro. You're doing something really cool on Clubhouse that
mhm.
you have. You're doing live mixing. Is it what nights are you doing it, bro? And talk about how you think you could use Clubhouse as a promotional tool for yourself.
Yeah, man, Clubhouse is dope, man. It's one of those things that I wish we owned as black and brown people, but
Oh, yeah, that's a good. We'll get into that next. Go ahead, keep talking.
it's one of those things because it's so dope, but it's such a simple idea.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, with every platform that come out, like there's certain ones I can't really get jiggy with, as far as just jumping on and DJing, and I just see it as a good tool to be able to bring back like that radio feel, with just vibing out, talking. It's dope because it now allows me to like how when you were on the radio you would hear people calling in, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like you can just see who you talking to directly, and you can they can just interject whenever they want, so it's kind of like they're hosting it, you know they're hosting the show. So and me being able to just combine that with the mix list and do the playlist, and we're able to stream on both platforms at the same time, and doing just new music shows, giving opportunities to artists to come on and intro their songs and premiere their songs with me, and we bring it back and talk, just have fun. It's like the best platform for it. But there's a plan, man, because Clubhouse is as we was saying, it ain't us. It's not.
Own it, bro. We don't own this Clubhouse, but we could use it for. I don't think you're the only DJ on there so far doing what you're doing, because you did. I'm gonna talk about you in front of your face, bro. You did that LL Cool J birthday party mix.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that was fire.
You can be my
knocked you out. Yeah, all types of. It's just fun, man, because you get to people jump in, chime in. Oh, this is my joint. We get to talk a little bit, Yo, I remember this. Did y'all remember this video? Or everybody just gets to chime in, sing along. The little delayed singing is a cool thing, But yeah, Clubhouse is just mad fun, man. It's cool, man. We just gotta have a plan with it, if you want it. You gotta.
Yeah, you can't go in there talking super reckless. Talk about you also do a lot of stuff with schools. Talk about that. And what's the name of the organization that you do most of your events with in terms of schools?
Yeah. Shout out, they on here too. Shout out Kalila and Derek, the Websters, man. They've been mentoring me for the past few years. Just taking me under the wing, making sure, I'm making the right decisions business wise, and just educating me, as far as just business wise, and it just kind of started with Open Door Arts and Education. We just going into schools. They run multiple programs in schools, and we did the urban block party where we talk to kids. We have different artists, dancers, poets, people just share the stage and kind of share their story as far as growing up, and in these different communities, just living in the hood. Everybody grows up around friends, and everybody clowns each other sometimes. Y'all grow up, y'all able to get money together. You just got to make the right decisions on who you have around you, and the stuff you say to people, as far as the anti-bullying thing goes, and just
we grew up, we never had like urban block party come to our school. You know what our urban block party was? You be in the lunchroom or the auditorium.
Nah.
You wearing that white shirt. You remember them white shirts on auditorium? You had to wear a white shirt, and then they would put on like a Disney film. He was like, as soon as the lights went out, I was talking to my friends.
Yeah, that was the urban block party, right? That was the lunch table was that, man. That was
lunch table was serious, right?
But we live in an age where it's different now, man. These kids, they got social media, they're able to clown each other on a public, platform, and it's like it could be a lot, man. It's a lot for 1,000 people, to know your business or to become a meme. It can be a lot. So we just try to give them like other outlets as far as creative, and business, and what they can be doing now to prepare for their futures. Because it's crazy, man. It's even more, it's more crazier now. It feel like, I don't know, you're an OG, man. Like what's the difference between like when you was a kid and like, and like now, what you see kids.
Now, I'm so glad we didn't have. Listen, if we had social media back when in 88, 89, 90 in high school, Jesus. Woo! Yeah. I'm glad there was no social media. And plus, my last name was Maloney, so I used to be catching all the heat at lunchroom. You had to learn how to diss. Because come to mind talking about my Maloney has her first name and used to spell the thing out. And Ralph, they used to come at me.
The
So
yo mama jokes was crazy.
those
Like
are,
it was
so
like you had to have you might have had to have like a few rhymes too. Like, yo, spit a rhyme like at the lunch table and you just, throw on the grinding beat, the clips
yeah,
beat. You know what I'm saying? And you might have to have like at least 3 or 4 bars to give them like, I don't know if they doing that now.
they're not doing that now. But everybody on their phones and stuff like that, playing Among Us and all that stuff. I know what time it is on especially on and everybody's building Roblox games. But back in the day, you either had to be the fashion kid, you either had to be the kid that dissed. I was a kid that dissed a lot because you had to have a thing. If you didn't have a thing, you'll get messed up. You'd be the music kid, or back in the day, they had each floor. They didn't have different. It was one school route, so each floor they had the Jamaicans on the third floor, people from Barbados on the fifth floor. If you're from Haiti, you on the first floor. If you like half Jamaican, because those kids that used to be, they their parents are from Jamaica, but they were born here. But all of a sudden, they coming out with a Jamaican flag and the medallions on their
Right.
neck, and all of a sudden they come back speaking with an accent. You knew you wasn't Jamaican last year. Where you get that from?
Right. You got that from you went and hung out all summer and then went back to the islands, man. You hung
Yeah.
out all summer and come back with the fake accent. Yeah, that's crazy. Nah,
So
but
so
that was that
growing up,
was dope, man. A kid, being a kid, just being able to do that. I don't know. I don't know. That interaction is just different now, man.
but they're interacting via digital technology now, and now everything is going to be AI in a minute. So it'll be interesting to see when the kids go back to school. But in terms of kids going back to school, do you
Mhm.
think the party and the events are going to be different now, especially with COVID-19? How have you been managing being a DJ in the pandemic and a black man in the
Hold on.
pandemic too?
Start over because it did like the little freeze thing and then it sped up on me. So start over. What you say?
How did you handle being a DJ in COVID-19 during the pandemic? Because everything shut down, real.
Right, right. I mean, it was kind of a moment to sit down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But um, I mean, planning and having your ideas, jumping on these lives, experimenting. Um,
Mm-hmm.
once again, shout out to Open Door Arts and Education. We were able to put together 20 virtual graduations. Um,
Ooh, yeah.
on, yeah, in a short amount of time. Just as far as putting the content together. Um, shout out to the Websters. Managing the content, putting it together, and then DJing. And we did about 20 some schools. And that experience, learning that, so
Mm-hmm.
something that we was able to get in front of the New York Department of Education and get good opportunities to allow these kids to actually have some type of ceremony with their families, and we partied like we was on a Zoom, and it was good for the adults too, man. It was good for the parents, the teachers, the guidance counselors, everybody, to just kind of like get a little party feel. And that was in the summer, so you know, it, everybody was still wondering what was going on and what was happening. So, in the midst of all the the violence and the you know
Protests and all. Yeah.
yeah, people getting killed, and George Floyd, like we was doing graduations and talking to the kids and trying to send them in the right direction, and knowing that they kind of like leading us, as young adults.
Mm-hmm.
They're leading you know the adults and what and setting an example for, we following their lead really, because
Mm-hmm.
they go off and get jobs, and in 5 years, 5, 10 years, they're gonna have political jobs and health jobs, and they're gonna be the first ones to really test out all this new stuff they're getting ready to send us into. So it was real important for them to have those graduations, and that was it was a good opportunity for me to be active and be able to work from home. So
Imagine your graduation getting shut down, and then
yeah,
you do virtually. That's great. So you guys did 20. Was it 20 back to back like that, bro?
Yeah, it was back to back. It was somewhere two, three graduations one day. Um, it was real. It was a good learning experience. I've had a lot of experiences DJing, and learning as you going, and
Mm-hmm.
dealing with the technology and setting up, actually having a production team. Shout out to homie DJ Child. He helps me with a lot of technical stuff and
Mm-hmm.
getting things just in order. So we sound and look clean, and we able to bring some type of, it ain't gonna be regular, but for the time being, it's we can provide some type of entertainment, you know.
Nice, bro. My next and last question for you, bro, is you're doing innovative stuff with the mix list. Talk about how you've personally um, changed the game in terms of innovation of what a DJ is digitally and online. Because most DJs, um, a lot of times they love to be connected to the radio station. Because I'm a DJ from Hot 97. What happens after you get laid off from a Hot 97 or another channel or the or 105.1 or
Right.
parties in the clubs shut down? How have you used technology to change the game in terms of the future of the DJ movement?
I mean, it just allows you a little bit more freedom because you can create technology that aligns with what you want, with what you want to do. And there's just a slew of different platforms. You can actually go out there and get the same amount of listeners that you would have on the radio. I've been in, I just being in radio, like I'm in tune with, and just doing research and how many people you think are listening to you on the radio, and that could be accomplished on your own. It may take a little longer, you got to build your platforms out, but I understand that the difference between what a corporation can do, and what I'm gonna be able to do starting off, and how I can get to the same level as a corporation. It'll take a while, it'll take me longer than, being able to say, oh, I'm on this radio station. It'll get people, it's easy to, align yourself with those different brands, but at some point, man, you do want to build your own thing, and you want to be able to have the freedom to, you know, do what you want, and now you could do it from home. So it's like the technology is there, you know, you can do it from home, and yeah, I'm focused on building like the brands and the businesses. I got Most Disruptive Agency, which is like the production,
Mm-hmm.
content, music, creation company, and yeah, just kind of getting these different platforms, using the technology. I'm using technology to record artists virtually. We,
Mm.
we don't got to be in the same studio. We don't got to buy no studio time. We do it virtually. So I've been able to, for like the past 6 months, record artists in different states and different countries,
Wow.
from the room I'm in right now, so that's elevating Most Disruptive. And then of course, the mix list, myself and DJ Child, we just put our brains into figuring out, what we need to get, how we can have stuff work and have it be clean. So, we can start doing these events, and we've been doing these events, but being able to make it a full, like, package.
And
So
yeah, well, give everybody your links, man, because if they need to reach out to you, they could follow you, and especially when you go when you start mixing live on Clubhouse, you got to experience that. You did a birthday party. Big shout out to Auntie KK. You did
yeah, happy
on
birthday.
Mixed, yeah, and it was hot too.
Yeah,
Give
that was
everybody your
fun.
bro.
Yeah, well, if for all artists, if you want to submit music, I now have it where you can upload music straight to the mixlist.net. So, you could just jump on the site, go to the bottom of the page, check it out, but the mixlist.net, yeah, you can upload music there. We got Most Disruptive Agency, we got DJRELLY.com, everything's a go, man. Everything's a go. Check me out at DJ Relly Rel. Everything's DJ Relly Rel. You know, follow at the mix list. Um, yeah, and we on the platforms. We on Apple Music. We throw the mix up on SoundCloud. You know, we got the Spotify playlist that we updating every week. You know, it's yeah, man. That's what we doing, man. We everywhere.
That's what's up, man. See, he's calm now, but when he get on the ones and twos, it's a problem.
Yeah. Nah, I be calm. I
It's a
can't turn
big
up
problem,
all day, man. I can't be turned up all day, but
you know. Well, man, good, bro. Thank you, bro.
yo, I appreciate you, man. You be turned in the clubhouse too, man. Don't
Yeah,
try to put this all on me, man. You be in there lit singing and all that. We
yo,
can't see.
we doing the LL Cool J set. Like this.
Yo, that LL Cool J set was
Woo!
very set. You know, we did. So what we trying to do is like when people's birthdays come up, you know, we just want to, you know, pay homage and do a nice little extensive, you know, set. Go back in memory lane.
Yeah, man.
So you know, anybody who you feel like you got artists that's you know, I'm trying to think like whose birthday is coming up. You know, it's just you know we just got to go in. You know, hopefully have them tune in, talk some mess on the clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Get it in, bro. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. This is DJ Relly Well, and check out his YouTube channel, and you can see that video where he was literally mixing live in front of Funkmaster Flex. It was an hour long. He was on there, kid.
Yeah, no, it was well. And that was the same night that Kobe went to. Not Kobe. R.I.P. Kobe. But that was the same night LeBron went to Miami.
He made
was,
a decision.
when you listen to it and you hear like Flex like making jokes about LeBron, that was because like literally 5 minutes before that, LeBron had us, you know, thinking he was coming to New York.
And then he's like, guys, I'm going to go to Miami. He won a couple of championships in Miami. Don't sleep on him.
And went back home and won some more, right?
He won some more, and it helped out the whole city too.
Yeah, shout out to
Bro,
LeBron. I did a LeBron in China, man. Wow. We did a Nike event in China, and he was there. He actually, you know, I was DJing, and he was sitting in. They had him in like some nice I don't know. He was like in a throne or something, like in the crowd on the top top row. I'm like, and he was just vibing, man. That was dope, man. I've had a few, and it's crazy. Just like doing that, and then I remember when the Fabulous song came out, he actually posted Fabulous. You know, so as much as I got a dislike for LeBron about that little New York stunt he pulled. You know,
and it's hard to play for New York, man. It's hard.
He should have came, man. He could have, you know what I'm saying?
Dolan, man. Dolan don't be.
Everybody want to play in New York, man. Got to play in New York at some time.
They kicked Charles Oakley out the Garden, man.
Yeah, I don't like how they did Oakley, man. I ain't like that. Now that I think about it, it's probably good he didn't come to New York, because if they doing that to Oakley is an OG. You can't do that. You treat Oakley like royalty when he step in the building, man.
That was the Knicks that used to go to the championships every year.
Yeah, and we was still losing, but we was getting close.
We was there. Yeah,
you got to. Our past Knicks players like royalty, man. That's not fair. I don't like that. And they come on, man.
We got a young squad now, so we'll see how they do. The Nets got money. The Brooklyn Nets is moving. Brooklyn Nets is looking like they want to make a run.
No, they got the lineup, man.
They're ready.
They pushing the court, man, with them guys. Man.
Yeah, they're ready, man. The Knicks got money too, but they don't want to. It's Dolan, man. I'm telling you, Rel, it's Dolan.
Didn't he didn't get COVID, did he? Didn't he get COVID a while ago? No,
Rel, you think you're making that an option?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying the last time I heard about him, he had COVID, and that was a few months ago, and then we never heard what, how, his process as far as that.
Something needs to happen, man. We got to get the Knicks back in on Sports Center at least.
Yeah, we got to get it so they're good enough for me to watch, because I don't watch basketball unless the Knicks are doing it a little bit good.
The Nets is going to, you got to turn over to the Nets, bro, because the Nets got
I can't do it. And I'm not one of those guys that's gonna switch over just cause.
Rel is hard. It's not good for your heart to be a Knicks fan. I know D Web is on here. It's not good for your heart. Too much, yo.
Causes too much stress.
Woo! Rel, this was good, bro.
Man, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
appreciate it, man. And you know, I see what you're doing, man. You out here, man.
Trying, bro. Slowly
You,
but surely. I'm trying.
you,
Rel, before we go, what's that painting behind you, bro? What's that, bro? Is that a poster?
oh yeah, it's just a painting my mom's got from. I think she got it for me for my birthday or something. But I've had this picture since I was like in high school.
Yeah, that's dope, kid. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You know, I guess that's the kid right there.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
I
All
try
right,
to get
Rel.
busy, man. I try to be a really incredible DJ as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? So I just need the inspiration on the wall to let me
You
know
need,
I'm
yeah,
at.
you need that. You're right. You're right. Bro, I appreciate you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for DJ RELLY Rel.
Woo!
You gotta follow him, man. He's doing some amazing stuff out here. Big shout out to D Webster. Big shout out to Kalila Webster. Open Door Arts. They're really
Yeah,
moving.
shout out to the Websters, man.
The Websters are like Superman and Wonder Woman over there, boy.
Yeah, man. That's they leading the Wakanda. They leading the lead to Wakanda, man. They in the front lines, man. They walking us across the ocean. They walking us across the ocean right now, man. Telling you, boy.
We can't
Shout
let
out to the
somebody else.
Websters,
Oh
man.
my God, that's so funny. You're right, though. You're right. All right,
Yeah. Yo, appreciate you, man. You be safe, man.
all right. You too. I'll talk to you later.
My God, salute.
Salute, kid.